Yeah. I guess it's time to go back inside. Yeah. Go back inside, talk to Bezhena, and then try something out.
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is Chamomile Decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
But you said Lethean potion could be fatal. Do you really want to try it on Hans?
He's young and well-nourished. He ought to be able to handle it, as long as we get his fever down first. After all, it worked on you, and considering how he's wounded, we don't have no better option.
All right, if you think so.
I do. But first, we'll be needing them fresh herbs.
All right. Tell me, what do the herbs look like?
Sage has a purple blossom, and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere, or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
I think I can manage.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good, but don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again, so's I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
Alrighty. to see where to go, open the map by pressing up on the D-pad. Something sorted.
This will be the weapon used by the bastard who cut up Sir Hans.
Now I'm going to be equipping that to that, and then equip that to there. And your torso. Okay. Well, right here I'm gonna end up making a manual save, because I wanna pick the flowers first and have a little look-see around, then come back and see what happens, and then reload the save and then bury the body first. Give a wash.
Damn, his shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
Yeah, I reckon Mutt will be around here somewhere. Here's some sage.
Purple flower, sage, there we go.
And a bit of chamomile.
Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bezhena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
Bench. I'm gonna have a little look, see what happened.
I can't just go wandering around. I have a duty to Sir Hans.
Yes, that will happen. Dog's barking.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bezhena's?
It happened during the night. He fell off the cliff and broke his neck.
Don't try my temper, crone. It wasn't a broken neck that killed him. His head's caved in and he bled like a stuck pig. Who killed him? Where's the one that done it? Start talking or we'll torch this hovel with you inside it, you old witch.
All right. Some young fellas came here at night and got into a fight with your man. What could I do? A weak old woman. They kill a fella outside my door, they threaten me, and now you want to burn my home down for it.
There's that piece of shit! That wasn't too hard, was it? It would have.
There's that piece of
Growler.
shit! You're done for!
What?
Show me what you're made of, you wretch!
Yeah, that's right, you better run.
Shit! Shit! Run!
Save yourselves! No! I don't want to die!
Yeah. Well, it's not the outcome I wanted. Oh,
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know what you heard, but when they turned up, they found that dead fella and recognized him as one of theirs. So, they must be with that brute who caught up with you here yesterday. Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna end up reloading. Yeah. It's one outcome. If you leave the body there, doesn't end up looking good. So now, really grab the spade that was right there. Now to bury body and pick more flowers and potentially some nettle if I can find any. Try get a hidden perk.
Ah, shit! My shoulder. This bastard's hard work. You can't be in the ground soon enough.
Bozhena did state there was some nettle around. Yeah, well. Mushrooms. Another grave.
Ah, fuck. Ah, this damn shoulder. Oof.
Another one. How many graves can we dig up? Seems like 3. I wonder if they did anything. Player. Thought it might have given us a debuff or something. We're overexerting ourselves. Right, time to go pick some herbs.
Damn, my shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
What is in this direction? Ooh. Scarecrow. And a net. Way up there. What? That must have been an egg. Why not? Alright, now I'm gonna end up spending a bit of time
Sage, there we go.
picking any flower herb I can end up picking up.
That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bezhena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
Ooh, mint. It's going to be a hard one to find. Yeah, bees. Ah.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bezhena's?
Lord von Bergow sent us to find the renegades who ambushed some knights' company down by the pond yesterday. A couple of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
Well, to me, you don't look like von Bergow's means, so, because they were plated out in red armor. You're wearing Vagabond armor, and yeah, no, I don't believe you.
You're from Lord von Bergow. You don't look like it.
Kurva! Watch your tongue with me, boy. When I say we're from von Bergow, then we're from fucking von Bergow. Who else would we be from anyway? You can talk to me or talk to cold steel. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
Calm
Tell
down.
him.
No need to draw weapons. I'll tell you everything. It's just like you said. Before dawn, there were some vagabonds round here. I had a bad feeling about them. They were looking for a hiding place.
What I want to know is where they are now, not where they were this morning.
We sent them to the path around the pond. Not to the rocks, but along the other bank that leads to the crossroads by the birch tree, and then into that long gorge. Decent folk don't go there. It's a hiding place for all kinds of dodgy types, so a couple more won't be noticed.
Aye, I know the crossroads with the birch tree. Oh, that's a long fucking way from here.
Aye, but if you hurry, you'll be in that long gorge before dark.
Shit, I've been up all night, and now I'm supposed to hightail it to the fucking birchwood?
Yeah, would have did it. I wanted to listen into the conversation, but alright.
At my age.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trotsky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Bergow. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. I was sure they'd see through you. You thought up quite a story.
Yeah. It's a good thing I remembered those birches me and Sir Hans rode past. How's he doing? Will he be all right?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and Sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
All right, I'll try. But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Well done. I got rid of that corpse for you.
God bless you, Henry. Thank you kindly. I'll sleep easier now, and when Ignatius the Gravedigger comes by, I'll get him to take care of the rest. Everything's prepared. There's an alchemy bench in the alcove. Go to it and we'll get started. First, go to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for Chamomile Decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
You'll need a wine, 2 handfuls of chamomile and a handful of sage. Add the chamomile to the cauldron and boil for 1 turn. Grind the sage and add it to the cauldron. Finally, pour. Okay. Cool.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe. So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit. Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling. To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flame. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
Right, chamomile and a bit of sage. And we
All right,
Um.
let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron. Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
bit of a time saver, you don't actually need to look at the pestle.
Have
You can still
ground
look
it?
at the mortar.
Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in.
Some recipes will need you to distill before pouring, and that's where this tool here that I'm looking at comes in.
Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Ooh, a strong chamomile brew. Mount 3. Oh yeah?
Here it is.
Well, now, judging by the smell, I'd say you brewed it perfectly. Thanks for your help, Henry.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
Well, I think I'm gonna try a bit of alchemy some more. And what other recipes? No other. Okay. Cool. So we need a bit of chamomile and a bit of sage. Throw in a bit of wine. In sage, put that in there, grind it up. And then put it into the dish. And now we grab some chamomile. That in there. Another handful of chamomile into the cauldron. Move the cauldron down. Wait for it to boil. Turn, wait approximately 8 to 10 seconds. And then lift, move the cauldron, put the grinded mint in, grab the file, and pour. Oh, only got normal one. Okay.
I left that chamomile on the fire too long, I reckon.
Ah. Have you left it on the fire for too long? So let's try it the way we learnt. Move that down. Up. Oh. Meta. Now, what did we get? Oh, strong. Now, I believe there is another hidden perk. Lab Dweller, I think it's called. And that is to do with how many potions you've crafted. I think it's around about 20 potions until you unlock it. Put that into here. Oil the chamomile. Standard one. Now leveled up in alchemy.
I boiled that chamomile for too long.
Okay, cool. Obviously, I'm not going to stand here and do it like another 31 times. How many times I've got till I run out of herbs. I'll do it another 1 or 2 more times after this. Then carry on with the story. Oh, I got a strong one that time. Let's see how many potions I had. Right. Have food. Got 10 right now. Picking it would be under alchemy. Okay, I already know takedown and stealth kill. Alrighty. Now, there is a way to get recipes without buying the recipe book, and that is probably A, do a bit of trial and error and try different combinations out and different herbs and whatnot, or most likely outcome is to look online for the potion recipes and then follow them stated on whatever website guide you look at, and then you end up unlocking the recipe that way without needing to spend a groschen. Alchemy, level 8, strong brew, 3 that time. I'm up to what, 13 now? I'm sure there is a proper statistic with potions crafted. There goes another 3. Strong brew. I'll do it another 2 more times. And then see if I get it or not. Another 3. Oh, you gained new perk, Lab Dweller. Let's see what that is. In Alchemy level 9. The effects of potions and alcohol will last longer, and your eventual hangovers will be a little shorter. Okay. Oh. That's one of the hidden perks. By picking up Nettle, Herb Paris and Belladonna, you can earn another hidden perk that sort of carried over from the first game, Resilience, from picking up 200 poisonous herbs.
We did what we could for Hans. The rest is in God's hands. Now go and rest. A bit of sleep will do you good.
That again. Do I need a much? Nourishment 71. Yeah, probably. And then sleep and save. A good old 12 hours.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotten hell!
Oh.
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Well, I'm not gonna go with that one. But my father Martin helped make the sword, which was meant to be for Radzit Kobler, and then Istvan Toth ended up taking it after prologue of Kingdom Come 1, which I sort of don't want to spoil it. And then we spend the whole game trying to find Istvan and the sword and Martin van Alts. You know, the thing in the dream just sort of kept on going on about sword. So, I'm gonna go with orders connected to both of them. Or that one.
Without a doubt. I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that murderer.
Thanks, Pavlina. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Oh, did I unlock some perk point? Oh, I did indeed. Right, let's see. If you gain reputation, the increase will be 10% higher. If you lose reputation, the drop will be 10% less. Well, I'm gonna probably end up going with Charming Man. I feel like we're gonna gain reputation more than lose it. Strength. Keep changing the outfit. More used to the first one with triangle being the information tab. If you carry a sack or even a dead or unconscious body, the weight only counts as half, therefore they will hardly burden you. Carrying them will no longer cost you extra stamina. Additionally, your carrying capacity is permanently increased by 8 pounds. Hmm. The required strength for all weapons will be 2 less for you. In general, if you have lower strength than weapon requires, you will do less damage with it. Conversely, if your strength is higher, you do more damage. With this perk, you'll reach that state sooner. Yeah. Required for train hard, fight easy 2. Might go with that one. That one sounds good. Agility. Featherweight. Fall damage is reduced by 30%. Left hands, that same onslaught, same as train hard, fight easy, just with agility. Okay, I'll go with that one then. Speech. Polished wares. In selling weapons, armor, or clothing that are near perfect or perfect condition, 98 to 100%, you'll gain 10% more money for them. Okay, that could be useful later on. Silver tongue, you get a +4 speech bonus when haggling, making it easier to negotiate better prices. I think that one will be good in the early game and late game. Do I have any more? Got more in alchemy. Raw food and herbs you have in your inventory will spoil 50% slower. Okay. When brewing potions, your energy will slowly replenish and your nourishment will not decrease. Okay. You can sell potions you brew for 30% more. Okay. The brewing process will be more tolerant to minor errors, making it easier to achieve better quality potions. Each time you successfully brew a potion, you get 1 extra potion of the same quality. Well, I think I will do that one. And potion seller in there. Craftsmanship. If you sharpen a weapon on the grindstone to a condition of 98 or higher, the weapon gains a bonus effect that increases its slashing damage by 10%. This effect will remain active as long as the weapon's condition stays above 75%. Okay. If you wear boots you've repaired yourself, sprinting will cost 25% less. Stamina, run longer and go further. Okay. Armor and clothing that you repaired yourself with the armorer's kit will make less noise when worn. The effect lasts until the item quality level. It's out of well-fitted, razor sharp. And go with razor sharp. horsemanship. In night training, melee attacks from horseback will cost you 15% less stamina and be harder for enemies to unseat you. Settler repairs with the cobbler's kit will be 20% more effective. Additionally, because you know pouches and satchels well, you have a +1 bonus on thievery skill if you pick pockets. Fired for towering menace, trample, and into the fury, or into the fray. Fired. Okay. I like the sound of the cobbler's kit being more efficient. I'll go with that one. Stealth. Bushman, you'll make 50% less noise when moving in bushes. Okay. If an opponent defends against your attempt to stun or stealth kill them, they will suffer penalties to their stats. This will make it easier for you to defeat them conventionally. The effect lasts for 20 seconds. Oh yeah. Gonna be a good one for stealth. You can sell herbs, game, hides, and trophies for double the price. Wanderer. Quality of beds increases for you the higher your survival skill is. But at the most, this perk will improve the quality of the bed to 50%. On higher quality beds, this perk will have no effect. Okay, so that basically makes any 25% quality per bed go up to 50%. But basically makes any and every bed 50% or higher. Okay. Yeah, sounds alright. Oh, damn. Unarmed. After the first strike in combat, subsequent unarmed attacks will cost you 20% less stamina and will be 10% stronger. The effect lasts for 30 seconds. This perk will also activate after performing a stealth tactic. Okay. If you fight unarmed against an opponent with a weapon, your unarmed combat will count as 5 points higher. Okay. Well, I think I'll go with that one. Pole arms. We can use pole arms now. Wow. They were relegated to being a two-handed weapon that no matter what you ended up dropping. Oh, okay. Pole arms will take damage 25% slower. Blocking while using a polearm will be easier, more effective, and will cost you less stamina. Yeah, I'll go with the keeping a distance. Heavy weapon. Shield break. For heavy weapon attacks will be harder for your opponents to block with a shield. Additionally, it will take less time to completely destroy an opponent's shield with your blows. And there is a trophy connected to breaking an opponent's shield. Okay. When you hit an enemy with a heavy weapon, the armor will count as 10 power. Does that make the overall weapon armor quality 10 points lower after each hit? So it would take roughly 10 hits to completely destroy some armor. If that is what I think. Go with Shield Breaker. Oh, so I've got 2. Opening Strike. If you successfully wound an opponent by a strike to an uncovered zone, by a zone your opponent is blocking from, it will be more difficult for the opponent to block your subsequent attack. Okay. With a fully charged sword strike, your sword fighting skill will count as 3 higher, so your attack will not only be stronger, but also be harder to parry. Okay. After performing a sword combo or master strike, you instantly regain some of your stamina and attack again. Each successful sword combo significantly reduces your opponent's agility and strength, making it harder for them to keep fighting and easier for you to defeat them. Okay. Well, I could go with opening strike. And bit of showtime. Warfare. We know how to evade, feint, perfect block, and repulse. Okay. Head protection. If you're wearing a helmet, blows to the head will cause 20% less damage. Blocks will cost you 20% less stamina, and your shield and weapon get down 20% slower by blocking. Okay. When fighting against superior numbers, you gain a +2 bonus strength, agility, and warfare skills. I feel like that one's gonna be a must-have. In combat, your stamina will regenerate 10% faster. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with against all odds. And dead fast. Oh, already know some combos. Left, right, left, okay, and then right, left, right. Long sword. Same with the one-handed. Same with shield. Heavy weapon. Heavy weapon, shield. Pole arms. Added an extra one to the combo. And nothing in unarmed. And learn up to 8. Okay. Right, do I need a munch? Yes. 6. There's one from the top. Do I have any food? Yeah. Gonna end up dropping them. And eat raw food. Okay. An item. Oh, I can cook an apple now. cooked apple, hard-boiled egg, I'm gonna keep the drinking water because I want to see if I can put one of these into a few of them. It makes your potions last way longer.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us!
I want some apple and this onion and this apple here along with some bread and bacon.
Henry! Stop fooling around and sit down! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bozhena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
I'm gonna end up doing a long story because that does improve speech. Whenever you are given the option to talk.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
I made it mad, and when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleyov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
There were actually 3.
Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
seat. He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scars for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily, I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zhelioth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bezhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergow, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskowitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you, and I dread to think what they'd do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough. You've got a steady hand and an eye like a hawk. Not like me. But you know how it is. The less fuss going on around here, the better for us. And if anything does happen, we've got Growler, and he won't leave us in the lurch.
True. That animal is God's gift. Time to do something useful. The days are long, but there's no end of work to do.
Aye. Thank you, Pavlena. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Are you managing here all right?
We don't complain. We mostly live off the woods, and when we need something else, We buy it or get it from the villagers. Mostly, I weave baskets. And me and Ma brew ointments and potions. Then I go around the villages selling them, or I barter them for stuff we need. Sometimes folk come here to us, when it's something serious.
How come you live here, and not in the village?
Oh, that's hard to explain. It's just the way things turned out. And Ma and... Look, that's our affair, and we won't talk about it. Sorry.
Is anything interesting happening around these parts?
Them bandits is riding roughshod over the place. It's about time Lord von Bergow rousted them out, but I reckon you know something about that, huh?
You got that right.
And there's to be a big wedding. Young Lord Semon's gonna marry the daughter of the bailiff of Truskovitz, Thrush. That's the biggest thing happening.
Could be a
apart from
while
that,
before I attend the
a
wedding.
band of nomads turned up here. They got a camp somewhere down by the pond.
You said you'd shoot arrows at the humans. You can use a bow.
Yeah, I'm pretty handy with it. I train up there, on the cliff, whenever I have a free moment. And the hares hanging in Ma's kitchen didn't just walk in by themselves. If they'd let me take part in the tournament at Trusky Castle, I'd beat all the men hands down, but that'll never happen. So I have to make do with hares and a straw mannequin. I'll be with you.
Spotted the mannequin.
Can you tell me something about these parts?
What can I say? The village of Sheleov is nearby, and close to it there's a big traveller's inn. And to the north of Sheleov is Tachoth. They've got a blacksmith's there, and a small tavern. There's no love lost between the folks from Sheleov and Tachoth. They're always out to spite each other. Some dispute about some meadow.
Yeah, there's a trophy connected to solving their dispute with them meanwhile. Meantime.
Well, I don't
Anything else?
suppose those are the only villages around here.
It ain't far from Sheleov to Semin. Sir Jan, the owner, he got a big stud farm with fine horses, and down by the water, a mill. The biggest village in these parts is Troskovitz, what lies at the foot of the castle. The local bailiff has his seat there, and there's a tavern too. Then there's Nebakov Fortress, Sir Yaramir's seat. There's a mill at the foot of it. But Pavlena knows more gossip about folk around here. She goes out and about. I stay home these days and hardly meet a soul.
How come you live out here?
That's just the way it is. It's for me to know, and you to find out.
Ah. All right. I won't pry. What about those armed men who came here?
Damned if I know. I just hope they don't show up here again. Take care now.
Alrighty, I'm gonna finish the video here before talking to Hans and carrying on. There's a bit of talking and dialogue in the next one, and I don't know exactly how long it will take. So yeah, if you have found anything helpful, useful in any way, be sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.